Hello crochet friends, welcome back. We are working on our reindeer ornament and we're going to get finished up today, but we're going to start with a scarf. I'm going to make a scarf for him. You don't have to. Again, we had talked about different things that you can make to go on your reindeer ornament, but I'm going to just demonstrate the scarf and then you do what you'd like to do. So I'm going to chain. So I'm using this nice worsted green. I chose green, you choose your color, and I'm going to use the 4mm crochet hook. So I'm going to make a loop, drop my working tail behind, and I'm going to pull this up on the shank of my hook. And I want to chain 53. So yarn over and pull through 1 and 2 and 3, go all the way to 53. Okay, once you get that chain of 53, we are going to go to the second chain on our hook, from our hook here. So here's one, this is the second. We want to just single crochet all the way down, right back to our knot, just making a nice long piece here so that our scarf hangs down and has a pretty little drape on it, okay? Because otherwise it'll just be tight along him. We would just want this to drape down and hang and look cute. So go ahead, single crochet each stitch all the way down. It's gonna get a little curly, just stretch it out. Here we go. Okay, once you get to the other end, you can fasten off there. If you want it wider, you can go another round. I've made a snowman on here before, and we did make that a bit wider because that head was a little bit bigger than this one. I had used a bigger hook, and it was just, a little bit of a different shape to it. So I think that I like this size. If you want bigger, keep going. You can also add tassels on it if you like. I'm not going to put tassels on this one. That other scarf on the little snowman head did have that, but I think being a reindeer, I don't know, I think I'm going to leave it just like it is, and I'm going to sew it on the base of the head. Just like this. I'm going to sew it on here in a little circle and let it cross over like that, okay? That's my plan with the scarf. Now, we also need to assemble the antlers, and so we're going to get started with that. I haven't closed up my head yet. I've been a bit negligent, but I'm thinking actually it might be a little bit easier with the head open. So either way, it doesn't matter. But you need to decide how you want your antlers to look. Now don't forget, we have ears too. So if you want to take the ears and the antlers together and sew them on, which I think might be easier, you could go that way. But you have to decide what direction you want your antlers. I think personally, I want my antlers like this and my ears like that. So that's just me. I'm going to do it this way. And I'm going to do them, if you remember when we were working on this was 13, round 13 here. And then back here, this was 8. So this is 8, 9, 10. So position where you'd like. I'm thinking I'm kind of gonna go on the side of the head here around, let's see, 8, 9, 10, maybe between 11, maybe on round 11 there. That looks good to me, and I'm going to just, put the other one in the same side there and sew this on. So I'm just going to pull this through with my needle through the head and secure it on there. Here we go. Okay, for this scarf, I just used this green yarn and I went around tacking it from the head to the scarf, and until I found how I liked it on there. It just doesn't take a lot of stitching, but just a little bit, and I left the little tails of the scarf kind of curly like this. If you're doing tassels, maybe you don't want it so long. I mean, it's up to you, but I kind of like the green as the contrast for the brown, and I just fed it through the head like that, just to tuck in my tails. Oops. Pull it nice and tight. Don't cut your work. And then it'll go back inside there. So I've got my ears and my antlers together on here. If you want this more rigid, you could always take floral wire and feed it through your crochet there, and then you could really angle your antlers the way you like. And we did talk about if you want to do a color inside the ear, that's always an option. But this is it. It's not hard. You really could dress it up. You could give it a little bow if you want it to be a girl. I don't know. Y'all have great ideas. So you decide what you'd like to do. But this is the reindeer ornament. It's got cute little antlers on it, nice little ears. Add a hook, add a loop, whatever you want to hang it from. But that's it. That's the reindeer ornament. So I think it's cute. If you're embroidering the face on, have fun with that. That's always so nice. You could even add a little smile if you want to, change it up, whatever you feel like. So there it is. I hope you enjoy this. Have fun with it. Take your time and just have a good time with it. I'll see you next time. Thank you and have a joyful day.